it's very rare, if ever, that I hear anybody having a story where everything always went up and, and to the right. It was screwed over. There was always some rock bottom moment. There was something that was a catalyst. I mean, when you're taking these hits, I mean, obviously you're human as well. I mean, it's easy to get discouraged. What keeps you going?
I mean, for me at the time, it was very away driven. You know what I mean? I didn't have like, a lot of times people are very driven by like their mission or their purpose or their big vision. And I had none of those things. I mean, my vision was A, don't be broke. B, don't let my dad be right. Really B more than A. But A was the facilitator of B. And so, yeah, just the idea of going back as a failure to Baltimore was just like, I would rather have died than done that. And so as much pain as I was going through at the time, it was better than the alternative of admitting defeat. And so for me, that was the thing that got me through it. And I think for a lot of entrepreneurs, if there's a couple of key themes in the messages that I want to put out is that like, there's a lot of positive jargon that's put out by, it's social media and influencers, et cetera, like follow your passion. But the thing is like, when you're starting out, everything sucks. Like everything sucks. And I was talking to a friend of mine, and sadness comes from not knowing what to do, right? It's a feeling of hopelessness. Like you don't know what steps to take, which really just means it comes from ignorance. And when you're new, you don't know anything. So of course you're ignorant. Of course you don't know what to do, which leads to like very deep depression for a lot of entrepreneurs at different times in their careers. Most guys who are starting out are thinking there's something wrong with them because they're not passionate. But my probably singular message is use pain, because most entrepreneurs don't need to look very far to find the pain in their lives. Anger, shame, fear, resentment, whatever it is, anxiety. Like we have different things that have fueled us in our lives, and I would rather have people just use what they have, because I think that is, in essence, what entrepreneurship is about, is being resourceful, not really necessarily about having resources. And if we consider passion a resource as a requirement to be successful, I just don't think it's true. I think you need fuel, and you should use whatever fuel you have. I think over time, if you get your head above water, you'll be able to find a different fuel. But I think that away from fuel is more powerful than towards fuel. It's not necessarily as sustainable, but in the beginning, you just need to move. And so a lot of ways that can get you to move.
Yeah. How much do you believe, I mean, I know you mentioned this earlier, but just how much do you believe luck plays a role in success, or does it play a role in success? I mean, for example, you meeting Layla, it's hard to tell the story of Alex without also the story of Layla, but at the same time, if you'd never met, I guess you'd eventually get there, but the path would probably be pretty different.
I think luck is huge. I think there are things you can do to increase the surface area of luck. So I think luck is a massive factor. I mean, I was born in America. I was born as a male. I was born to a doctor. So I mean, like from that perspective, I already won. So like, yeah, do I think if I was born in Bangladesh as a girl that I would have been as successful as I am now? Probably less likely. A big part of who I am now is the upbringing I had. If I lived someone else's life, I might be exactly the same way they are. And so in that way, I think it's very much luck driven.